Okay, this is the DTF transfer order I just got. We're gonna go ahead and I did another video, and I don't know if I'm gonna post it, but I felt like you couldn't really see the designs, so I decided to just come back and cut them out so you can see how many images go. So once you get your sheet, you'll just get some scissors and cut out and make sure you are not overlapping your cut. I mean, cutting into your image, but you just cut it like so, like that. Like so, like that. And then the edge, make sure you get those edges, because if you try to press that, it will come on your design. And we're just cutting around the excess film so that you just have just your design. So that's one cut. And this is from a 22 by 96 inch transfer. What is it called? DTF gang sheet. That is what it's called. And then once I cut these, I will show you how many came out of this one. I got, majority are adult sizes, but I did get some like this one. This is for a kid shirt. So it's a little smaller so it'll fit on side of the kid's shirts. Some of these are designs I purchased. A few are from Creative Fabrica. 3 of them are ones I designed myself. So like this one is something I designed myself. It is up on my store if you are interested. We're a little early for Halloween, but we have to be ahead of the game and get stuff out a few months in advance so that you can get in the algorithm and promote and people can know it exists. So I'm trying to get ahead of Halloween with designs. This one is for a Father's Day shirt. Hopefully he likes it. I feel like he will, because like this is, his style. But we'll see. This is another one of my designs that I made. This is like probably my favorite design I've made since I've been doing my little design challenge. It was like a design I made in ideogram, and then I basically broke it apart and recreated it how I wanted it to look, because with AI sometimes stuff doesn't come out looking right. So the initial concept was from AI, but then all of this is separate pieces that I put together on the blocks myself. This is such a cute design. Again, I have that one available in my shop. And these next few are from a designer, somebody that designs, I don't know what the name of, I feel like it's AG something, but she has really, really cute stuff. I love, so I got these to make them for my kids. And then this one is another Father's Day one. My person is a movie person, and he loves funny, cheesy movies, so I had this design that I wasn't going to use for anything else, so I was like, well, he'll probably think it's funny or whatever. Hopefully. If not, it's okay. Everything is content, so. So this is another one. A few on here for my kids for back to school. I love, I don't always make shirts all the time. I enjoy doing them, but I really enjoy making back to school shirts for my kids, because I like for them to have designs that no one else is wearing on their t-shirts. I hate when my kids go to school like, oh yeah, my friend has the same shirt. I'm like, ugh. When I get stuff and I make them myself, nobody has it. So this was a design off of Creative Fabrica. And then this is what I ordered it for. Is for this Bible study order that I have from my aunt. There are like 8 or 9 of these. This is the design I made. And so this is just the process when you get a gang sheet. You just cut out the images. It's okay for you to leave extra on the side, but I just like to trim it down as much as I can. It does not have to be perfect. As you can see, that's a little raggedy of a cut. It's okay, because as long as the words and your design is intact, it doesn't matter how you cut out your thing. Yeah, you can cut beautiful cuts. It's amazing, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your final product at all. As long as your actual design is not cut into, you are good to go. So if your scissor game is a little whack like mine, that is okay. It's okay if it's a little jelly and raggedy. As long as it's cut, and you make sure you get these edges off, because if you try to press it and that little edge is there, it's gonna go onto your shirt and you're gonna be mad that you don't have to do it again. When you do your gang sheet, you just want to make sure on your design thing. So like, you can use Canva. I use Photoshop when I do put my designs on there, which maybe I'll do a video about for those of you who want to know how to do it. You just want to make sure there is a little gap of space like here so you can cut. You don't want it to be, the designs to be on top of each other, so then you're struggling to cut. I make sure that I have a little gap, especially because I know I just be a little crazy with the scissors and I don't want any issues. So just making sure you have those little gaps and you don't have so much space. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of all your space on your gang sheet. You don't want too much, but you want just enough space for you to cut them out. Well, this was a longer video than I intended. Will I keep the whole thing? Probably. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We're almost done though. And then when they do it, I did my design all the way to the top, but they always put a little border around the edges for like a safe field for them. So that's why there's like the bigger gap at the top. They make sure that, you know, you have this area on the sides for your stuff. And what are we at? It's 8 minutes, so it doesn't take too long. I mean, I've been talking. So if I was just doing it without talking, I probably would go a little faster, or attempting to do it inside of my camera. But it's not the greatest angle, but you know, we're here. And it probably would be quicker. But at least you can see like the time that it takes to do it and how you can just bang them out. And you got a couple more designs. Most of the adult ones are 10 to 11 inches. I do kind of do different sizes because, for instance, I have, I think, a 2T and a 3T shirt. So for those, It's like 11 inches of a design. And then for the other adults, I think I did 10 inches. And then there's like a couple kid ones that I think I did 8 to 9 inches. But I personally, when I wear my designs, I like my designs to take up my shirt. I don't want so much. Some people they don't care what size it is, they're gonna do 10 inches, and I like to do mine a little bit bigger so that it takes up the shirt. You know? You don't want a little image on a big old shirt where it looks like it just doesn't look right to me. Like, cause I don't really want to go out with a shirt that has this little bitty image on it, and you got like this big old shirt. You know, you want to size it to what makes sense for you, and so you can do that by looking at your blank shirt and just kind of measuring out what area you want that design to take up, so that you know what size you need your design to be. And then, almost cut my little flower. You can find what works for you. Everybody is different, what they prefer, how they want to do their stuff. And then for this, like when they do the order, they put the size and the name. So you do want to make sure you cut that off, because if you press it, it's going to be on your shirt, and then you're going to be like, now, what does that mean? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 designs on a 20, what's the size? Dang it, 22 by 96, I believe. Yeah. So 22 designs we're able to get on a 22 by 96 gang sheet. And so that can kind of help you with your pricing. Of course, some of these are smaller kid sizes, about probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 of them are kid sizes. So keep that in mind. But if you're putting in if you're doing your gang sheet and you're putting in your adult shirts, sometimes there'll be little gaps on the gang sheet, and that's where you can fit in like a kid size or a sleeve. If you're doing like a hoodie or a long sleeve, you can fit in a sleeve design, so that way you can make sure you fill up all your space. So I hope this was helpful. Yeah, have a good one.